Viewer discretion is advised. I'm just kidding. Wow, I just got really lightheaded. I just stood up and oh my god. Woo! Anyways, I just want to say this bald-headed Amie. I'm just kidding. I just want to say that everything I say in this video is opinion based and it's my own experience, my thoughts, how I took everything in the situation, whatever. So don't go back, this is not how it is in the comments, because like everyone's experience is different. Like I've said that before. Experience is different. I've said that several times. Anyways, my neighbor seen me and it was really awkward. Everyone has different personalities, different emotions, so we all handle things differently. So yeah, everything I'm saying has, I'm not speaking for the Air Force, I'm speaking for myself. So there's that. Let's get on to the video. I hope you guys enjoy. Y'all ready for this tea? I'm kidding, that's so annoying. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god. Hi, nice to meet you. So glad you're here. I've got a lot of tea to spill. No, I'm just kidding. It should be a fun video. It should be a fun video. Anyways, let's just get right into it. You guys can read the title. You guys know what this is about. So basically I'm going to be talking about how I got coined by the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Like, what? Let me start off by saying I'm the kind of person that I don't idolize people, and I don't think anyone is better than another just because of who they are or how much money they have and blah 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 blah. Like, I don't fangirl or any of that stuff. You shouldn't do it. You just shouldn't do it. Whatever. Anyways, I'm just gonna get into the story. Okay, so last week the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Chief Wright, came to visit our base, and he's doing this thing that basically I think he's trying to visit every base that there is, well, Air Force base that there is, which I think is pretty freaking awesome, because I would want to do that if I had the power, you know. But anyways, he came to our base last week to just talk to everyone, you know, get to know a few people, I guess. And honestly, I don't really know 100% why he came. I just think he honestly just wanted to see the base and, you know, get to know his people, which is awesome in itself. Like, whatever. Well, I would say a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, he made this video saying like how basically we need a pause in like the Air Force. Like, we need a resiliency tactical pause, and basically it's like we just need to take a day and we all just need to talk and relax and like get to know each other and like realize like what is going on in the Air Force and why so many people are taking their own lives and stuff like that, which I think is an awesome idea. Like, the more we talk about it, I feel like the more people are comfortable about like opening up about their problems and stuff, you know. And I feel like we live in this, well, we don't live in this, we're in this situation, people in uniform, where we feel like we can't talk about our feelings, you know. Like, that's not, like, just somehow one day you put a uniform on and you no longer have feelings. Like, I feel like there's a wall between that, like, military life and just simply just being a human, you know what I mean? So people, y'all know me, I have a very, I wouldn't say a loud mouth, but I'm very open and I speak how I feel, and that's what I do because that's who I am. And I care about people's opinions, but at the same time I don't. As long as my point is getting across, then that's the most thing I care about, because I feel like I know what's best for me. No one else does, you know what I mean? So I wish more people felt like that and more people would stand up and say something when something is wrong, because I am that person, and I don't let people walk all over me, and I don't let people tell me how I'm going to live my life, if that makes any sense. So everyone knows I'm an airman. I'm a freaking airman. He came to the base and we had a airman's like breakfast. A few airmen got selected to sit and have breakfast with him, and I was one of the few airmen, and I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. I get to have breakfast with him. Didn't really expect anything. Didn't go in there like, oh, we're gonna talk about this, we're gonna talk about this. I really didn't know. I thought he was just gonna like, hey, what's up? How's everybody doing? I'm here for blah, 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 like, you know? And it kind of was like that. And then he went around the room. He like got to know not got to know, but he asked everyone, hey, where are you from? What's your name? Where do you work? And then what do you expect to get out of the Air Force? Of course, my answer was, obviously, I'm Amie and I work in the pharmacy and I am finishing up my bachelor's degree. And then my goal, or what I want to get out of the Air Force, my first goal when I joined the Air Force, I wanted to be an MTI, because like, you know, when you're on YouTube and you're like Air Force basic training and you see like the videos and stuff, I'm like, oh, I want to be that lady with the hat. But I got the short end of the stick. I keep saying that, but I really feel like I did by coming to this base, unfortunately. And the supervisor that I did have, I just didn't feel like they were there for me, you know, and what was best for me. I feel like it was so much disciplinary actions that I couldn't even achieve goals that they expected of me, if that makes any sense. Because in the military, when you get ranked a certain way, because your supervisor technically has the right to rank you, it's called an EPR, and if you get ranked so low, you start losing privileges, and that's going to school and stuff like that, like little stuff, like you can't, I don't know if you can't PCS or not. Honestly, I don't know all of the ins and outs, but the one main thing was like you can't go to school. So you can't, basically you can't progress. You can't test for the next rank. You can't do anything, basically. And I honestly didn't do anything to deserve that. So to me, that was like a slap in the face. But we're gonna get into that in another video. Yeah, basically my goal was to be an MTI. And if I couldn't do that, I don't know honestly what I was going to do. I did want to be in charge of something, you know, like, because I feel like there's so many people in charge that don't know. They don't know, like, not that they don't know their job, they don't know how to communicate with human beings. They don't know, like, when someone is upset, they don't know how to read people, and I'm very good at that. And they don't know, like, basic human skills, like just like being there for someone and talking to someone and stuff. Like I feel like a lot of people join the military and they forget all about that. Like, even the ones with kids and stuff, and a husband and a wife, and it's just like they just have this wall up, and it's just like, what the heck. Anyways, we sat down, we talked. He's talking about like what can he do for us, like what kind of questions do we have, and some people started opening up. The room got a little emotional, which it should have, because like one girl started talking about something that I was dealing with in my work section, and how like she feels like the people aren't there for her, and she feels like basically she feels like she's being pushed out of the military. Not like they're telling her to get out, but she feels like there's no more progression for her here, and she needs to move on with her life. And I low-key feel that way too. So the breakfast basically ended. Like, it was very short, but he did get to come around to each section. He came to our section, which is the clinic, and he's in this hallway. You know, he like split up the sections. He's in the hall, and I'm like, don't go in there, you already met him, don't be weird, like, but I kind of wanted to hear what he had to say. So I opened the door and I stood in the hallway, and he's talking, whatever, he's talking, everyone's asking questions about manning and stuff, and I'm like, this is not what he's here for. Like, everyone's got manning problems, right? Like, come on. But something inside me told me, ask a question. Ask a question. So I was like, listen, that RTP training you wanted us to do, yeah, we didn't do it right. And I was like, basically, like, we only did it for an hour. It was supposed to be a whole day event. We did it for 1 hour. They took out 1 hour of our day. A regular training day, they took 1 hour out of it, and we all sat down, and they wanted us to talk. I think they wanted us to talk. But every time somebody opened up their mouth to talk, they got shut down. Oh, we're not here for that. We don't have time for that, because we don't have time to go around the room basically and hear what everyone has to say. And people were just getting shut down. And to me, I was just like, this is the problem. In my mind, I'm like, this is the problem. Like, people should be able to open up. People should be able to talk. Don't have people talking, because every time they do open their mouth, just like now, they get shut down. So basically, I summed that up and I told him that. And then he did talk about it. And I was like, basically, we need another one. He did let me know that it's up to your supervisor and your higher ups to make another one. But they also told me that that was a very, very, very good question, concern, whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. People took pictures, they walked out of the hallway, whatever. That was cool. I was like, all right, cool. Maybe I'll talk to my higher ups and see if we get another RTP day, because that was not what I needed it to be. That was not what a lot of other people needed it to be. So I was like, this is crazy. He does his runarounds. I'm just chilling, doing my work. And then I get a call. I'm coming back from lunch. Deanne is calling me. And I'm like, why is Deanne calling me? Like, already left for lunch, girl. We're not going to lunch. And she's like, bruh, Chief needs you and the GCC now. And I was like, Chief who? Like, who's calling Aaron Reed Chief? Chief who? And she's like, Chief. And I was like, who are you talking about? And she was like, Chief so-and-so. I'm not gonna say her name because that's just too much. Anyway, she's like, Chief so-and-so. And I was like, first I'm like, who is that? Like, the girl that's with Chief, right? And I was like, huh? Me? Why does she need me? And she was like, they want to talk to you. Go now. Park your car and go now. And I'm like, what is going on? And I had an appointment at 1 o'clock. It's like 12:50 right now. And I'm like, calling my appointment. And I'm like, look, I gotta reschedule. Chief want me. Like, I got business to handle. Why do they want me? What? So I get in there, and basically she piggybacks. The Air Force loves to say piggyback. She piggybacks on what I said about the RTP training, and she wants to get more info of why I felt like it didn't go great, why I felt like it could have been better, and then also how my work section is and how I feel like I basically am at the point of like no return. Literally, my contract is up in June, and I'm like, what am I doing this for? I am literally, every single day I wake up and I think to myself, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? And I still, to this day, honestly, I haven't gotten a reason. I could be doing so much other stuff that this is just giving me a headache. It's giving me a headache. And I told one of my supervisors yesterday, I said, you are stressing me out. We sat down, we talked. She gave me her phone number, her email address, and all that stuff. And like, I'm here for you. Contact me whenever you want. And I was like, that's a supervisor. Like, that's a good person. That's a, I don't know, that's like who I want to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people that can sit there and be like, look, I'm here, I'm listening to you. And I couldn't even tell her everything right then and there, because I'm the kind of person, I don't ever want to feel like I'm snitching on someone. I don't want someone to get in like serious trouble from things that I say, but I do want people to recognize their faults, and I do want people to understand like what you're doing hurts this person, or hurts me, or hurts, you know what I mean? It's hurting me. It's hurting me, like, not just emotionally, but like, I'm not progressing. I'm not progressing because of you, because of this, because of whatever. She talked to me. She gave me a hug, and I was like, that was really nice. That was really nice. And then I still thought it was done. Like, okay, conversation over. I'll email her, we'll talk some more. She basically asked me like, if you could stay in, would you wanna move bases? Because 4 years at one base is an extremely long time. I did not know that, but she did tell me that. And yeah, I was like, I honestly don't know. Like, the options are in the air right now. The options are in the air. Like, if I could change bases, I would in a heartbeat. And I also would love to cross train into something cooler than medical. No offense, but I thought medical was what I wanted, because when you're not in, and then people that are in, they act like medical is like, oh. But then when you're in and you see the different jobs and different sides of the Air Force, it's like, they're doing way cooler stuff than me. Like, but Christopher, everyone knows Christopher, my boyfriend, he is a BMET, or the same rank, and he got selected to be coined by him, the chief. So I wanted to be in the ceremony, obviously. I wanted to take a picture. I wanted to be there. And a couple people on the base got selected. He was the only one from medical, and I was like, that's freaking awesome. It was supposed to be a private ceremony. I was not aware, but I stood outside the door waiting for someone to invite me in, because like the person I am, I'm like, I'm getting in there. Like, I want to take a picture of him. I want to take a picture of him getting coined. Like, that's awesome. So I'm standing at the door, and everyone's taking pictures of the chief. It's like 4:30, and I'm like, y'all, we close at 4. What's going on? Everyone's taking pictures with him, and he walks by me, and he like dabs me up, and I was like, oh, we're homies, what's up? Like, okay, what's up? And then he goes in to coin everyone. I'm standing by the door. They let me like kind of, I didn't want to walk all the way in the room because it was just awkward. So I just stood by the door and I did take a picture of Chris getting coined. And then it was all over, and then everyone walks out. And then Chris and I are walking away, and then I'm like looking at Chris's coin and I'm like, this is so cool. And then I hear Reed. Like, who's calling my name? I'm standing with Chris. Like, no one in the room I knew. That's why I was like, who was calling me? Who was calling me? It's Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. And I'm like, why is he calling my name? What did I do? Uh-oh, what did I do? I'm like walking towards him. I'm like, yes, sir. He puts his arm around my shoulder. He's like, Reed, I like your style. I was like, my style? He said, you're brave. He's like, you remind me a lot of myself. What you did was very... He basically just thanked me for what I did. And now, to me, I didn't feel like I did anything because I felt like I did something that everyone should do. I said, look, that training we had, like this training was to help prevent suicide. Like it was to help our airmen. Like it was supposed to be there so someone could have an outlet. So someone knew, like, we're there for you. We got your back. Don't do that. Like, we got you. If you need anything, we got you. And from what I took from it, it was nothing like that. It was almost like the blame game. Like when I tried to open up and tell my story, like, well this, well that, well that, well that, well that. Like, stop welling, stop making excuses. Be there for your people. And that's what, like, I feel like the military is lacking. It's lacking hard. It's lacking hard. They're all like, get the mission done, get the mission done, get your mission done. What about your people? Are your people okay? Mentally, physically? Because there's a lot of physically not okay. There's a lot of physically not okay people. That is not even a correct sentence, but you guys know, if you've seen some people in uniform, they're not physically ready. They're not. And it honestly makes me sick because it's like, you got these people, and it's always a higher up. You got these people that look like this, treating the airmen that can get hundreds and 90s on PT tests like dirt. And then they're the ones that are going to mental health. They're the ones taking their own lives. They're the ones that need to be here are the ones you're mentally making unstable. Does that make any sense? Okay. So basically that's how I felt. And he basically told me what I did was, you know, like, you did the damn thing. Like, not many airmen would open up and say, look, what we did, we didn't do it right. Especially in front of a group of people like that. So he held out his hand after he's like, give me a hug. He's like, basically, nice to meet you. And he has the coin in his hand like this. And I'm like, I didn't even notice it until I shook his hand. Like, I just was like, okay, thank you, nice to meet you, sir. I got one. Like, I was like, that was pretty freaking awesome. But basically, that is how I got coined by the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. No one should feel like there's no one there for them, because there is. There's always someone there. And if you feel like that, I am here. And you can come talk to me. I swear. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I gotta log off now because Emotional Amie is coming out. So yeah. Thank you for watching this video. Like I said, if you have anything to say, any comments, just want to vent, you can talk to me. I'm literally a DM away. I'm a comment away. Don't comment, all your business. Thanks for watching my video.